Snow is supposed to make the world quiet. That's what people believe. But in Blackwood, Montana, the snow doesn't silence anything. It listens. Blackwood is a town that no longer exists on maps. No population, no history, no explanation. And yet, 16 people still live there. Every one of them knows something is wrong. Every one of them stayed when they should have run. Christmas Eve, December 24th, 6:12 p.m. The streets are empty. Lights flicker like they're afraid to stay on, and the air feels heavy, as if something unseen is standing very close. Sheriff Ethan Cole closes the station door. No calls tonight, no visitors, just silence. Then the radio crackles. A broken voice whispers through static. "Ethan, if you can hear this, don't celebrate Christmas." The signal dies. Ethan's hands freeze. That channel has been dead for 20 years, shut down after something the town buried deep, something called the Silent Night Experiment. Back in 2003, Blackwood volunteered for a study, a psychological experiment. 72 hours of isolation during Christmas. No phones, no internet, no escape. They were told it was harmless. They were lied to. At exactly midnight, every television, every radio, every speaker in town turned on by itself. A lullaby began to play, soft, warm, wrong. Children cried without knowing why. Adults felt watched, and in the snow outside every home, footprints appeared. Bare feet, too long, too thin. They led to every house, but never away. Now it's 2023, and the bells are ringing again. 13 times. The church burned down years ago. Snow falls harder, the cold bites deeper. Ethan steps outside and hears breathing right behind him. A voice slides into his ear. "You stayed awake last time too, Ethan." Only 3 people knew that secret. 2 are dead. A child's voice speaks through the radio. Rule 1. Do not look outside between midnight and 3:33 a.m. Rule 2. If you hear bells, hide. Rule 3. If someone knocks claiming to be family, it's already too late. 3 slow knocks hit the door. A familiar voice calls out, "Ethan, it's your wife. I'm cold." His wife died 8 years ago, buried under snow. A camera lies on the floor, old, analog, blinking red. The screen turns on. It shows the inside of the station from the ceiling. The date reads December 24th, 2003. Ethan watches himself on the screen, younger, crying, holding a gun. And behind him, something tall, bent wrong, wearing a Santa mask stretched over a face that isn't human. The thing turns its head, its eyes press against the mask, and it smiles. The knocking stops. Whispers fill the air. Round 2 begins. Outside, the town isn't empty anymore. Figures stand in the snow, neighbors, friends, all smiling, all wearing the same Santa mask. They speak together. "You promised to finish the experiment." The lights go out. The snow moves, and far beneath Blackwood, something ancient wakes up. Because Christmas was never meant to be safe.
Not falling, not drifting, crawling. Ethan steps back as the ground beneath the white surface rises, as if something massive is breathing under the town. The figures in Santa masks don't move. They don't blink. They don't breathe. Their smiles never change. Ethan runs. His boots crunch through snow that feels warmer than it should. Behind him, the bells ring again. Not from the church, from everywhere. Each step he takes, memories he buried start clawing their way back. The screams, the cameras, the night nobody talks about. In 2003, they didn't just observe fear, they fed something with it. Ethan reaches his house. The door is open. He never leaves it open. Inside, the lights are on, the Christmas tree is glowing, and his wife is standing there, perfect, smiling. "Welcome home," she says. Her eyes don't reflect the lights. They reflect something deeper, darker. Ethan whispers her name. She steps closer. Her feet don't touch the floor. "I waited so long," she says. "You promised you'd come back for me." Ethan backs away. Behind her, the walls begin to bleed condensation. Frost creeps inward like veins. He remembers now. They all remember now. The experiment didn't end after 72 hours. It ended when they agreed to forget. The thing needed witnesses, then believers, then silence. Ethan turns to run. Her neck stretches, cracks. Her voice drops, layered, inhuman. "You can't leave until Christmas morning." The lights explode. Darkness swallows the house. Ethan wakes up screaming, but he isn't in his house anymore. He's underground. Concrete walls, fluorescent lights flickering. A facility, buried beneath Blackwood. The forgotten second phase. Project Silent Night never studied fear. It studied what answers fear. Rows of monitors light up. Each screen shows a house. Every house still standing. Every resident awake. Every resident being watched. A voice echoes through speakers. Calm, professional. Fear spikes detected. Subject compliance increasing. Ethan recognizes the voice. His own, recorded from 20 years ago. On a central screen, a massive chamber appears. Something is inside. Tall, unmoving, wrapped in chains and Christmas lights. The Santa mask is no longer fake. It's grown into the flesh beneath. The voice speaks again. It learns through tradition. It grows through belief. And it returns every Christmas. Ethan steps back. "No, we killed it!" The lights flicker. The thing's head lifts, slowly, deliberately. The chains snap. The room shakes. "Incorrect," the voice says. "You fed it." The walls crack. Snow pours in from above. And the thing finally stands. Its shadow stretches across every screen, every home, every soul still trapped in Blackwood. The speakers scream one final message. Experiment complete. Ethan looks into the creature's eyes and realizes the truth. Christmas isn't when it arrives. Christmas is when it's strongest. Because people invite it in.
The facility alarm never rings. It doesn't need to. Fear has already reached critical levels. Ethan runs through the underground corridor as the lights strobe above him. Every step echoes like the place is hollow, like it was never meant to hold people. Only it. Behind the glass walls, the monitors show chaos. A woman in town opens her door after hearing her child cry. She smiles until the Santa mask slides over her face by itself. A man hides in his basement, praying. The prayers turn into screams when the walls begin to whisper his name. The experiment is alive again. No, it never died. Ethan reaches the control room. The door is already open. Inside, someone is sitting in his chair. Older, thinner, eyes empty. It's Ethan, or what remains of him. "You finally remembered," the other Ethan says. "Good, that means it can finish." Ethan shakes his head. "You used me," he says. "You used all of us." The other Ethan smiles. "We volunteered," he says. "We wanted meaning."
We wanted to feel special. He presses a button. A map of Blackwood lights up. 16 dots. One by one, they start turning red. Each survivor is an anchor, the other Ethan explains. As long as one of us remembers, it stays. A scream cuts through the speakers. One dot disappears. Ethan falls to his knees. Memories flood back. The first sacrifice. The moment they chose survival over truth. They were told if one person stayed behind, the rest could leave. Ethan remembers locking the door. He remembers the knocking and choosing silence. The creature learned something that night, that humans will trade anything for the illusion of peace. The other Ethan leans closer. Only one anchor needs to remain, he whispers, just like last time. The floor trembles. The creature is moving through the facility now, not hunting, claiming. Its footsteps echo like distant bells. Ethan stands. "No more," he says. The other Ethan laughs. "You already chose it once." The lights cut out. A presence fills the room. Cold, immense. The Santa mask emerges from the dark, closer than it should be. Its voice isn't loud. It doesn't need to be. "Stay," it says. Ethan feels the pull, the warmth, the promise of forgetting again. But he looks at the monitors, at the remaining dots, at the terror he helped create. He grabs the emergency override, a final failsafe. One anchor can be removed permanently. The system warns him. Subject will be erased from record. Subject will never be remembered. Ethan hesitates. The creature leans in. Christmas needs a witness. Ethan presses the button. The alarms finally scream. The monitors go dark. The dots vanish. The creature roars for the first time, not in anger, in hunger. The facility collapses. Snow crashes down, and above ground, Blackwood goes silent. When morning comes, the town is gone. No ruins, no ashes, just untouched forest. No roads lead there anymore. No one remembers the name Blackwood. No one remembers Ethan Cole. But every Christmas, somewhere in America, a radio turns on by itself. A lullaby plays, and a voice whispers, "Thank you for staying awake."
There is a problem with erasing a witness. The memory disappears, the fear does not. Ethan Cole is gone. No records, no photographs, no grave. But something else takes his place. A gap. And gaps invite attention. Christmas morning, December 25th. Across America, families wake to music and wrapping paper. Coffee brews, laughter echoes. No one notices the radio stations pausing for exactly 13 seconds at exactly 3:33 a.m. No one notices because silence feels harmless. In a suburban house in Ohio, a child sits up in bed. He heard bells, soft ones, kind ones. He walks to the window. Outside, the snow is smooth, untouched, except for footprints. Bare, too long, too thin, leading to the front door. The lullaby begins to play. It isn't coming from the radio. It's coming from inside his head. The same melody that once filled a town that never existed. The experiment adapted. It always does. Fear is a language, and Christmas is how it spreads. Somewhere deep underground, far from Blackwood, a new facility powers on by itself. Monitors flicker to life. The screens are not labeled. They don't need to be. Each one shows a living room. Each one shows a Christmas tree. Each one shows someone awake when they shouldn't be. A file opens automatically.
Project Silent Night. Status: ongoing. Below it, a new line appears. Anchor: unassigned. For the first time in 20 years, the system is searching. A man driving alone through a snowstorm hears breathing in the back seat. A woman wrapping gifts finds fingerprints appearing on the inside of the glass ornaments. A child whispers to something under the tree because it whispered first. The creature does not arrive anymore. It is invited. Every rule broken strengthens it. Every door opened teaches it. Every Christmas celebrated without fear feeds it the most. Far beneath the earth, chains rattle in empty air. A Santa mask hangs alone, waiting, learning. The lullaby ends. A new voice replaces it. Soft, familiar. It sounds like you. It sounds like me. It sounds like someone who stayed awake just a little too long. Round 3 has begun. And somewhere, right now, if you're listening to this story on Christmas night, if the room feels quieter than it should, if you swear you just heard bells, then congratulations.
You thought it was over. That's the first mistake. Stories don't end for things that learn. They pause. It starts small, a missing ornament, a radio turning on by itself, a dream you don't remember having but wake up exhausted from. People call it stress. They call it the holidays. They never call it what it really is: training. The new witness doesn't know they're chosen. They never do. It's always someone ordinary, someone kind, someone awake when everyone else sleeps, because the experiment needs contrast. Fear only works when it interrupts comfort. At 3:33 a.m., the witness hears the rules. Not spoken, not written, felt. Don't look outside. Don't answer voices you love. Don't believe what feels warm. And most important, don't stay awake. But they always do. Curiosity is louder than survival. The snow returns, not everywhere, only where it's needed. It doesn't fall, it waits. In the witness's home, the temperature drops, breath becomes visible. The Christmas lights flicker in a pattern that almost feels intentional. Red, green, red, pause. Someone knocks 3 times, always 3. The voice on the other side is perfect. It knows names, memories, private moments. It apologizes. It says it's cold. It says Christmas isn't supposed to hurt. If the door opens, the experiment progresses faster. If the door stays closed, it adapts. Because this phase isn't about fear anymore. It's about choice. Across the country, others are waking up too. Different towns, different homes, same lullaby, same footprints, same smile behind the mask. The files grow, the screens multiply. No government signs off anymore. No funding is required. Belief is enough. Deep below the surface, the Santa mask is no longer empty. Something breathes behind it. Something that remembers every witness, every mistake, every Christmas ever trusted. The voice returns one last time, not angry, not hungry, patient. You don't have to be afraid, it says. You just have to stay. And if you're still listening, if your screen hasn't gone dark, if you feel like this story followed you a little too closely, then listen carefully. The experiment isn't about towns. It isn't about creatures. It isn't even about Christmas. It's about finding the moment you decide comfort is worth the cost. The bells are ringing now, not in the story, around you. And somewhere beneath the silence,
something smiles, because the experiment doesn't need a map anymore. It has you.